Hello, Van here. Welcome back to Farming Simulator 25 on Hutan Pantai. And this episode, well, we've got some destruction in mind, Jevon. For those you've seen last episode, we purchased some new fields here. And unfortunately, two of those fields come with some crops that we really can't harvest. Or if we do harvest them, we're going to need like $1 million to harvest them. So rather than spending that amount of money on one, or we could also lease, but again, I'm leasing the equipment's going to cost us a small fortune too, and I don't know that we can necessarily make that money back. We're just going to cut our losses here and run the cultivator over it. Speaking of cultivator, by the way, first off, running this with our Challenger MT665 tractor here, and cultivator here is the John Deere 980, the good old John Deere 980 cultivator here. Good old American cultivator here in the game. And I've been kind of an American tractor here as well, I would say. Good old Challenger MT665. 225 horsepower there, it says on the hood. Kind of interesting. I'm not sure if that's actually the way it is in real life or not. I don't know. But got ourselves a GPS set up here. We're going to get this knocked out here. And then if we get far enough, everyone, we got one more field that needs to be cultivated under here as well. I read Shakespeare and stuff, huh? I wonder what that accomplishment's about. What if it's got something to do with cultivating crops under. It's a bummer, too, Evan, because if we looked at the fields there last episode, Evan, we bought 3 brand new fields here. The one field I can harvest is the soybean field there. That field, of course, did not have any fertilizer, lime, or anything like that on it. This field did. So, I guess one good thing, Evan, it does have fertilizer on it, so that means the fertilizer is going to stay. Nothing wrong with that, I guess, but still, a bit disappointing to maybe cultivate a field like this under here. Ooh, is the GPS actually going to follow the line? According to this, it is. I'm surprised the GPS is actually going to go around a curve that tight. I'll have to say, Evan, this might be the most impressive GPS yet to date here in this game. And this, of course, be the first GPS that actually was released with the game from Giants. Up until this point, we had to rely on mod for GPS. And, of course, on the console side of things, well, pretty much relied on nothing there. I'll say, too, Evan, nice-looking effects here on this cultivator here as well as far as the dirt is concerned. Pretty much kind of exactly what you would expect. Definitely liking the job Giants has done with that one there. No complaints here for me on that one. Still getting used to this new GPS as well yet, by the way. One just different key combinations than what I'm used to here from the previous mods in I should probably raise this up here. That would help, wouldn't it? Maybe cultivating up the road here now. I don't think we have the option here, by the way, to even do anything like that here yet. I guess, and probably at some point in the future, we'll probably have the mod that will let us use the cultivator as a plow. That's been a mod that's been kind of a staple mod here in all previous versions of the game. But obviously, to my knowledge, it's not out yet. Just a simple little mod that lets you use a cultivator as you would a plow in the game. Obviously, with a plow, you can create new fields. Well, if you have that mod, it also lets you use a cultivator to create new fields. Not sure yet if we're going to plant this field yet or not either of them. I'm debating if I want to plant some more canola here or not. We got to one field of canola planted here last episode. Looking at maybe thinking we should plant another one as well. Just pick one of these fields here. Might plant this field here once we're done running the cultivator here across it. And speaking of cultivator, by the way, I'm curious here. What kind of seed bed are we getting here? We're getting stubble tillage. Okay, so this is stubble tillage, which is kind of what I figured was on this field here. For those of you maybe familiar with 22 and all its game mechanics, it looks like they're all the same here in 25 as far as the whole cultivator, seed bed, and stubble tillage, that type of thing is concerned. In this case, we're cultivating under crops. So, yes, you'll get stubble tillage from that. To remove the stubble tillage, I believe you'd have to probably plow the field and then run a cultivator across it. Keep in mind, too, I mean, there are different types of cultivators available in the game as well. They are still, it looks like they're under the same category from what I can tell. Would be nice if maybe Giants would split that category up. Like, hey, you got your shallow cultivators and your, I don't know, deep cultivators, regular cultivators. I don't know what you want to call them. But, hey, oh, look at that. Look at the sun coming down through the fog there. Reminds me of a comment here from last episode when someone was mentioning the kind of faded out look of the game. Again, I think that's got to do with the fog, Evan. I don't know. That's my assumption anyway. I'll say that is a pretty cool shot there. I might have to just grab a screenshot of that one, everyone. What do you think? Let's do that. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Like that. Nice looking screenshot there, if you ask me. Could maybe frame it a little better, but we don't have the Pro Shot mod yet, so at least not that I know if we do anyway. Back to work. Back to work. Okay, probably should check. Are we done? Looks like we are done. Oh, hello, moving mouse. Looks like we are done on field 20. Oh, no. Can we not put lime on this field? Really? I just assumed, I mean, it's growing, that we could put lime on it, but maybe not. Okay. So lime is not an option for that field. That's a bummer, too. Looks like it actually put it down without actually applying it. That's kind of annoying. So we just wasted like 6,000 liters of lime on that field or something like that. 5,000 maybe. That's kind of annoying. A little bit. We're going to switch this out for fertilizer here now. We're at least going to try to fertilize the field. We should be able to do that one, everyone. I thought you'd be able to lime it as well, but apparently maybe not. Looks like Giants has maybe changed / fixed some of that stuff here from previous versions of the game. So my little pro tips about fertilizing and liming, if you can, maybe don't apply anymore. At least they don't seem to so far here. Okay, well, just maybe dump those there. And we'll see if we can get the fertilizer here. Maybe should have put the lime somewhere else. Filling? Ah, it's lime. I don't want lime. Okay, fine. I'm going to let it finish filling all those. I'm going to end up with 3 totes here. I have one. Full 2,000. Yeah, okay. Unload that. Oh, that probably wasn't any better. Lime again. Oh, come on now. Really? There. See if we get fertilizer here now this time. I'm not sure what the range on this is here. Fertilizer. There we go. Okay. Nice to see Giants really hasn't fixed that one yet. It would be nice if Giants maybe would see the severe errors of their ways on that one and realize, you know, you got multiple fill types here. You hit the fill, which one are you going to get? I don't know. We'll just pick a random one. And, of course, it won't be the one you want. I mean, that's Murphy's Law right there on that one, everyone. Oh, you know what? I probably should stop here as well. I think this field also needs a lime. Checking field 27 here a minute. Watered. Oh, wait, water. That's going to be for the rice field. I'm like, wait a minute, watered? What is that about? I don't know why. I don't remember seeing that one before, but I don't. But, yeah, definitely need some fertilizer on this one. So let's fertilize this field here in a minute. Probably should take care of the weeds on it as well, but I don't just hire the worker. Good enough. I don't know if we can run the weeder before the crops come up or not, but we are going to try that. I'm used to clicking down here for entering the vehicle. I'm not used to being up there like that yet. Still getting used to the game, everyone. Still getting used to the game yet. I know there's been some very negative comments on Facebook here about the game so far. I don't quite to be honest, to understand that one. The game seems pretty solid to me here so far. No major complaints, I don't think. I mean, if I had a complaint, Evan, probably the biggest complaint I have, and unfortunately, I think this actually is like a legit feature. At least Giants thinks it is anyway. And that is the lag when walking. The lag when walking, Evan, is, in my opinion, rather annoying. Unfortunately, I don't know that Giants will ever fix that. Because like I said, I'm kind of the opinion, I think Giants maybe considers that to be a feature. Shouldn't it be a feature? No. But, yeah. Oh, well. Is there other stuff I wish Giants would do in the game? Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think one of these, this cultivator here would be a good example of it. I wish Giants maybe in the store would give us options for widths on this. I mean, in real life, I mean, this John Deere 980 cultivator, I don't even know how many widths it comes in. I don't know, maybe you folks in the comments can let me know. But, yeah. I think you can go all the way up to, what, like 60 foot wide on the John Deere 980, I think. Like I said, you folks can let me know in the comments how far off I'm on that one. This is probably the smallest one here, I bet. And probably from a Giants perspective, this thing is probably a huge cultivator. Got to remember, again, I'm on Giants, European-based. So, again, this game is heavily European farming. I know they kind of like to maybe advertise their American farming part of it, Evan, but they need some help on that part if that's what they're trying to do. And this game is definitely not an American farming simulator. Yeah, there might be a few American things here, kind of, sort of, somewhat. I mean, even this tractor, it does at least have the correct tire options. Just don't look at the back end of the tractor. I mean, the back end is, it's bad. It's bad. It's real bad. I'm like, I don't even know. It's, yep. But anyway, we got a John Deere cultivator here. This would be, as far as I know, this is a very American cultivator. The John Deere 980. I don't know that, again, I've ever seen one this small, but oh, do you look at that? I'm on GPS even around curve lines on the field, right? That's pretty impressive. I think I'm going to have to say, I mean, this is probably the single, maybe best feature of the new game here. Built-in GPS. Seems to be pretty solid to Evan. I don't have any complaints about it yet here so far, I don't think. It definitely takes a little getting used to. But, yeah, seems to work really well. Even, again, going around curves and stuff like that. That was always something that never really worked particularly well in previous GPSs. I mean, just, yeah, previous GPSs were all straight. And they really didn't do anything as far as, like, curves. Also, is there 4 headlands? There's 4 headlands on this one, looks like. Okay, well then. 4 headlands it is, I guess. One thing I hope Giants definitely fixes, Evan, and I don't know, again, if this is coming across on the video here or not, but every so often you see the screen flicker. I don't know what's up with that, but hopefully Giants will fix that one, because that one is kind of annoying. That is, I'm assuming, a definite bug here that Giants will hopefully fix at some point. But other than that, I mean, I can't say I've noticed, like, really any other bugs in the game, per se, here. I did have one game crash here so far, and that was the very first day. Managed to crash the game somehow. Don't know what I did wrong, Evan, but, or what the game did wrong. Not necessarily anything I did wrong, but, yeah, don't know what that was about, Evan. But yeah, so far, can't say I've noticed, like, anything, majorly wrong with the game, other than, like I said, the biggest thing I probably noticed, Evan, is, again, the screen flicker here. Yeah, we don't have, for those of you, again, remember Farming Simulator 22, I'm sorry. Farming Simulator 22, again, that game was an absolute train wreck when it was released. Even towards the end there, when graphically speaking, They never did quite get the graphics figured out in that game, it seems like. Graphics in that game still did stuff they weren't supposed to, smearing and, yeah, just did. Yeah. Giants definitely fixed some of it, but they never did quite fix all of it. And so far, all those issues that were in 22 of them, like the smearing, not trying to make anybody sick here, but if we just whip the mouse around, I am not noticing that. I'm not noticing stuff glitching out when you do that. Again, those were all problems in previous versions of the game. I mean, you try to do stuff like that, and yeah, stuff would just start glitching. Okay, let's start. I say going up and down the field, but it's kind of more like a curve around the field here, everyone, so... Let's see, how are we looking on the rest of our work here? I'll go check and see how that fertilizer spreader's going. Or is he done? I presume he is done. Let's actually double check here. Fertilize, turn off the needs rolling. Wouldn't mind maybe picking up a roller, have one? I was told here that rolling apparently adds 10% now to the yield. I don't know if that's true or not, but 10%, like, wow. That is a good yield increase. We might have to test that here at some point, Evan, because Sequence of Giants is actually telling us the truth on that one. Remember, Evan, Giants back in Farming Simulator 22 said, I think it was, again, a 2.5% yield increase. I think it actually started out at 5%, if I remember correctly. Then they dropped it down to 2.5%. But apparently that 2.5% was actually a real 1%. So, yeah. Okay, throw hard work on this. And I might check this here, too, make sure this is actually going to work, Evan, because, yeah, we don't want to just waste fertilizer on this here if it's not going to do anything. Oh, you can see the light coming down through the fog there. That's kind of cool. And you can see the fog, too, Evan. Like, the fog is actually, like, low down, too, yet. It's not, like, it's not up in the trees there, it seems like. Just kind of down in the low spot, the low part of the valley here, I guess. Okay, stop real quick. I'm here to check the map here on the fertilizer. Yes, it is working. Perfect. Okay. Just wanted to make sure. I mean, like, it should work. Like, there's no reason why we shouldn't be able to fertilize while the crops are growing. Now, unfortunately, well, actually, maybe I shouldn't say that. Maybe we might be good. When can we harvest soybeans here? Soybeans. We got 2 more months yet, Evan. So, if we harvest the crops here next month, we should be able to get 2 applications of fertilizer on it. And I don't know if it's still true in this game yet or not, but at least always used to be in previous versions of the game. The single biggest thing you could do to affect yield, Evan, was fertilizer. So, if there's one thing you want to do, Evan, it's make sure you fertilize your crop. And I'm assuming that's probably still true yet. Hopefully, we'll probably do some testing on that here in the future, Evan, so stay tuned for that. I definitely want to run some numbers on that one. Just see what Giants is doing here and see what the actual, like, real numbers are, right? Again, going back to 22 of them, Giants claim 2.5% for rolling and mulching, by the way. So, you know, combined total would be 5%. The real percent of it was actually only 2. Slight difference between 2% and 5%. Locking on. Still getting used to that one yet, Evan. I'm not sure if I like the H key for that yet or not. I'm still debating on that one, Evan. Again, used to the Alt X there from the previous versions of 22 and 19. And I don't actually remember what it was in 17, Evan. Was it Control W? I think it was something W, if I remember correctly. But I could be wrong on that. That was the previous actual GPS mod. Again, a reminder from 19 and 22, it was the GS mod. Not GPS, the GS, Guidance Steering mod. 17 and before of it was actually a GPS mod. Well, let's see if we can maybe load up some comments here in a moment, see what you folks had to say here for the last episodes. Reminder again, always enjoy reading all your comments, so if you got something to say, throw it down below. Also, I'm very curious what your opinions on Farming Simulator 25 are as well, what your experience are, so throw it down below. Love to hear what you have to say on that. Don't forget to, if you're not already subscribed, Evan, don't forget to do that. Click that subscribe button. If you like the video, give it the thumbs up there as well. Also very much appreciated. And while we're at it here, too, I'll mention, everyone, if you'd like to join us on our multiplayer servers, you can find the multiplayer server information down below in the description there. Again, anyone is welcome to join as long as you can play nicely, follow the rules. And yes, we are open to console players here at the moment. Again, everyone, that might change here at some point depending on the mod availability. You know, we maybe start throwing course play and auto drive, like something like that on the server. We'll see once here. But at the moment, everyone, we are open to a console player. So if you're a console player, you are welcome to join. Just keep in mind that might change at some point. I know we don't have to change it for the GPS mod anymore, at least. I think that was the mod that killed it last time, if I remember correctly. Everyone, like GPS came out, it's like, sorry, console players, but yeah, we're putting the GPS mod on the server. So that is kind of like a necessity, if you ask me. Probably should lower this down here. Let's switch to a little in-cab driving. Why not? Ooh, mirror is definitely interesting what's going on back there. Looks like Giants definitely does some lower quality rendering on the mirrors. I don't know if there's anything graphically speaking I can do to change that or not. For those who want graphics, by the way, I am running maxed out settings. Oh, well, the maxed out normal settings. I haven't like gone in and tweaked anything. I'm just running the ultra settings on 4K, for those who wonder. So we're running on 4K on ultra settings. Or is it very high? Whatever, I have to go actually double check in. And then I don't think you can actually look at, oh, maybe you can. General settings? No, yeah, you can't look at the graphic settings in the game here. You have to like go out back to the main menu. Don't forget, too, if you'd like to purchase the game, everyone, you can save 15% by using code RDAllen. That's at the Games Planet website. Link is down below for that as well. Okay, on that note, everyone, let's go read some comments here a moment. Jason was saying, easy now, Randy. You're going to mess around and end up with an invitation to the Giants' Christmas party for being Mr. Positive Guy about the new game if you keep up with the compliments. Well, hey, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, game seems pretty solid here so far, I think, Ewan. I don't think I have a whole lot negative to say, really. Again, we've kind of talked about it before. There's a couple things. Biggest one, I think, being they need to fix that graphical glitch, which, again, I don't know if that's showing up on camera or not, but every so often the screen blinks like it just did there a few seconds ago. It doesn't actually seem to do it as often in the cab. I could be wrong, but... You know, again, just comparing this to Farming Simulator 22 of it, like, Giants made some serious leaps and bounds ahead here of what 22 was. Again, 22 of them was an absolute train wreck when it was released. It was horrible of one. I'm also not going to hold, like, the whole American equipment, European equipment thing against them. Yes, it would be nice of them, but, again, you got to keep in mind, Giants, they are a European company, so they're very heavily in the European farming. They definitely maybe have some misguided information when it comes to the American farming type of thing. I don't know, but yeah. Again, you got to keep in mind, they're European farming, so they're going to... The game's going to be kind of like heavily European based when it comes to how the farming is done. And again, yes, I know, European farming, very weird. And very outdated. Very. Let's see. Going to the next comment here from Vortex Gaming. Vortex Gaming was saying, great video. Loving Farming Simulator 25 so far. A great step. Kalopsazar? Sorry, I probably did not pronounce your name right, was saying. On the American map in Farming Simulator 25, the tornado is amazing. Wow. Never thought I'd hear someone say the tornado was amazing. But okay. Better snow, and the snowplow actually works. Oh, you know what? Might have to try that at some point. I don't know if we get snow on this map here or not. Probably not. I mean, Southeast Asia. Did they get snow? I have no idea. Doesn't seem like they would, but maybe they do. Nope, there we go. I want that line. Let's see. Tim was saying, I believe the special heads can cut sorghum, and your combine can harvest long grain rice, but regular rice needs a rice harvester. Yes. Yeah, so for those who don't know that, there are two different rice in the game. Rices. I don't know if that's how you say that or not. Two different rices in the game here. You got your regular rice and your long grain rice. Again, the long grain rice you can harvest with a regular combine. The regular rice, you need the special rice harvester. Not sure what the difference is. I'm not super familiar with rice here, everyone, so I don't know. What's the difference between long grain rice and rice? Bill Ward was saying, rice grown in the Great Lakes region is harvested via canoe. I always bought a couple bags of wild rice when I went camping in the Gunflint Trail. On the Gunflint Trail. Out of curiosity, when you, Bill Ward, when you say Great Lakes region, do you mean like Michigan, Wisconsin, that type of area? I didn't know I'm from the Great Lakes region, Michigan to be specific, so when people say Great Lakes region, like Michigan, Great Lakes area. Lake Michigan, Lake Huron, Lake Erie, although Lake Superior. Willards was saying, good video. I started on the Riverbend Springs map. Speaking of the Riverbend Springs map, by the way, if you folks would like to see me play on that map as well, we are doing that map on multiplayer. So, on the multiplayer server, we are playing on Riverbend Springs. So, a reminder again, for multiplayer, if you'd like to join us on there, you're welcome to do so. Paul was saying, I think it's time to split the game into North American and European versions, like the Truck Simulator games. Says he bought Farming Simulator 25, hasn't tried it yet. Interesting thought on having to, I don't know if you'd have to split the game. With that being said, I do wish Giants would have more American equipment and or more American options. I mean, this tractor here is a good example of it. It's close. Just don't look at the rear end. The rear end is severely lacking. But the rest of the tractor seems to be pretty solid. Like, we don't have any of that rubbish. I was just actually looking. It's got the European weights, I think, doesn't it? But oh well. It doesn't have any of that rubbish 3-point hookup or the rubbish 3-point weight system from Europe. It doesn't have any of that nonsense. It does. I think these are European weights yet, but European weights and American weights, they're similar-ish. It's got, proper duals on it. None of this clamp-on rubbish. That unfortunately, like you go look at the 8R tractor. Yeah, it's got clamp-on duals. It does have the European front weights. I mean, you can take the 3-point off and put European weights on it, but it's still European weights, right? Yeah. Just very heavily European. Like, I think they tried to make an American one, but completely flopped and failed on that one. Maybe they didn't even try. I don't know. Maybe that's just like, hey, this is the way the tractor's going to be. I don't know. Anyway, everyone, looking at time, I think with that, it is time to wrap it up here for this episode. So with that, you folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them down below. I'm going to go cultivate our other field under here as well. That's a cotton field, by the way. And we'll see what we get to here next episode. So again, everyone, thanks for watching. Until next time.